Hey guys, so in this session we would be talking about GitLab CI, how to integrate it in your project, and just familiarize you with the basics of GitLab CI. GitLab has integrated CI/CD pipelines to build, test, deploy, and monitor your code, and all of this whole package is known as GitLab CI. To use the power of GitLab CI in your project, you need to simply add a .gitlab-ci.yml to the root of your project, and then configure your GitLab project to use a runner. Then each commit or push triggers your GitLab CI pipeline. The .gitlab.ci.yml is actually could be understood as the heart of GitLab CI. It contains all of the information about how to build, test, or deploy your project. All of the jobs, pipelines, everything is mentioned in it, and this serves as a lifeline for the whole process. To access the CI menu in a repository, we need to simply hover over the CI/CD link that is present on the left-hand side bar, and it shows us all of the options that on all of the things we have associated with GitLab CI. So let's start going through them one by one. First up is pipelines. Now, pipelines are collection of jobs which are triggered when a commit is made. Each job behaves as an independent unit, and the success of a build or success of the pipeline is actually dependent upon the success of individual jobs that have been scheduled inside it. So even if a single job is failed in a pipeline, the remaining jobs inside that particular pipeline are skipped and the pipeline is deemed as unsuccessful. Moving on to what are jobs, let's open one to quickly see what exactly they are useful for. Now, jobs are independent work units which serve as a checkpoint in the pipeline. They could be used for many things. They could be used for running a deployment against an upper environment, checking your code quality, or making dynamic environments to review the code. Here you can see on the job page, there are all the job logs which are particularly corresponding to this job, which is the make review app job. So if whatever error crops in, you could straight over come over here and check it out. Speaking of environments, GitLab CI is capable of not only testing or building your projects, but also deploying them in your infrastructure with the added benefit of giving a way to actually track your deployments. In other words, you can always know what is currently being deployed or has been deployed to your servers with the help of environments. Here you can see these are the commits which have been deployed to this dynamic environment. Now, what is a dynamic environment? It is another special kind of environment we have in GitLab, which is basically used in the development of a software to be used as a testing or a staging environment before you actually release your changes to the public or to the production environment. This way, you can prevent bugs not only in your software but in the deployment process as well. These dynamic environments are used for quality assurance of the code and allow a user to directly log into a scratch log on with the help of just the single button, which is the view deployment button. As soon as a user clicks on this view deployment button, he is directly logged in into the scratch org. All this with a single button click. Pretty neat, right? Now to control the access and all the permissions regarding the CI/CD pipelines, we have another section inside the settings menu in the left-hand side bar. So once we hover over it, we can see a CI/CD label over there. Simply click on it, and there we would have many options as to change the runner or change the value of environment variables which are being used in the continuous integration pipeline. So that would be for all folks for today's session. And if the possibilities of GitLab CI excite you and your team, integrate a PeriodDX in your project today and let it do wonders for your developers. Thank you.